Prof. Datin Paduka Dr. Santina, our Vice Chancellor, Mr. Fairuz, our COO, and Mr. Fidaus, our CFO, and our guest for today, Tan Sri Rafidah Aziz, fellow students, and other guests as well. Good evening and welcome to the You Are Insightful series. I am Sheikh Ifran, a member of the Representative Council, second year Governance and Public Policy student, and your moderator for today. All right, so before we dive into the insightful discussion that we have planned for all of you today, I'm sure to welcome distinguished guest that I think no need for introduction anymore. That's someone that really experienced in the politics and leadership in Malaysia. Please join me in welcoming Tan Sri Rafidah Aziz, everyone. All right, thank you. But before we start, Tan Sri, I just want to ask, how are you? How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but before you start asking questions, I just want to make 2 points.
Okay.
One, the Vice Chancellor, CEO, and all the academia and the students, I'm so sorry you have to postpone this occasion twice because I was in hospital most of last year. So thank God, 2024, I'm able. This is my first function, but still my foot is still having to be treated lah. Tak boleh to treat kat rumah. So thank you very much for your patience.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much.
And secondly, I know you sent a set of questions, but you must remember, I'm the kind of character who don't like to rehearse anything.
Okay.
When I speak, it has to come from my heart.
Sure.
If there's speech, I have to write it myself, whether it's official speech, APEC, I don't care, WTO, I'll write it myself. You give me the statistics, which officers will have to dig for, and I do my own analysis. And if you ask me questions like that, I don't read them.
Okay.
Because I want it to come from the heart, spontaneous. Rehearsing a question is different.
Yeah.
That's how you all get cheated by people. They rehearse everything. Semua je cantik. Betul tak? A dia sebenarnya dia mean Z. Because they rehearse because they know you like A. Your preference is A, so you couch your speech lah to make A kan. Question tu pun kita jawab elok lah. That's not me lah, sorry. So when you send me the long list nama dia Jun, questions I kata tak baik lah, tak baca. Okay, so that I can answer from my heart. Yeah.
Okay.
Itu that you understand why. I do it all the time. I'm a nightmare for organizers. Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you so much, Tan Sri Rafidah Aziz. Yeah, thank you so much for your commitment of being here. We understand that there are slight
postponement
since last year due to Tan Sri Rafidah Aziz health. Of course, that taken into consideration. But yeah, we are very honored to have you with here today with us. Basically, I think that we don't need to be so formal and
we shouldn't be formal. I was teaching for 10 years. Your Prime Minister now is my student, okay? As was Mahiadin, as was the whole jimbang of them. Anybody who studied university first year, any course, will have to do my core course, Malaysian economics. So I was teaching for 10 years. They came in mid-70s. So PMX kita, the moment he became Prime Minister, they visit I kat rumah.
I see.
Cikgu dia. Tak kena kritik publicly kan?
I see. So Tan Sri Rafidah, macam mana tengok, looking at your former students, arguing with each other in terms of national politics.
I don't like arguments. I'm not a person who argues. I will debate on facts, but I don't have personal malice towards anything. Whether the opposition, like I said, Kit Siang and I are good friends. He came to my house for lunch. We talk about all times because what we were debating on were facts. They debate policy, dia tak faham ke korang faham, I explain kan, biarlah cerita. They were fine, so why? Yang I tak boleh interact with people yang mengada or using religion for politics kan, dan jaga rambut saya, itu tak boleh tegur lah. Why do I care for personal, preferences? Tapi bila dia dah campur haduk dengan personal kita, itu nak kena hentam in public lah jawabnya kan. I don't care who lah. Because there are rules that we follow, that we want to follow kan. So, and religion is your own, your faith is your own. you baca lah ayyuhal kafirun. I want you to do that now, the Muslims. Balikkan buka lah, kan you baca masa semayang. Ya ayyuhal kafirun, oh you non-believers. And kan kawan kita non-believers, like we call you kafir in Arab. Kafir is not that word, you know. Kafir just mean non-believers. Like, I don't believe in Hinduism, I don't believe in Christianity, I believe in Islam. So what to you, I am kafir. Arab, speaking Arab lah. That one is so clear, and that is not sunnah, what do you call this, one of these quotations. It is in the Quran, which says that, oh you non-believers, you pray to your God, I pray to my God. I do not pray to your God, you do not pray to my God. So, pray to your God, and I pray to your God. It doesn't say I kill you because you're not Muslim. It doesn't say I hate you because you're not in my party. Muslim party is not a Muslim party. During the time of Nabi, you know, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you see, this is where people in politics use every straw they can clutch on. I know because I joined politics at 22. I'm 80 plus now. Okay, for the record. So dah jelak dengan politics. Jelak lah kan? Daripada student dah jadi prime minister, tak berubah-ubah environment kita. Jelak lah tengok. You know, I feel okay lah, retire lah, talk to students, senang sikit. In a way that is not yet adulterated. Put it that way lah. I hope so. See? So that's the advantage for me lah personally, because I had this 10-year tenure in university teaching economics, which is a core subject, Malaysian economy and that. And then after that, I became I was appointed senator in 74, age 30, Baitul Razak. You know, he saw agaknya lah, umur lah kan, something in me agaknya. Tiba-tiba datang aja, without telling me that appointed senator. Dalam tekan bawang kapal, orang congratulate I over the phone, say, no, nobody consult me, nobody tell me anything. Razak, that's how the people work those days, leaders. Nak merayu-rayu, no way. They don't tell you, I appointing you. Tun Hussein bila took over, at least he called me in the house. Tu dia. Rafidah, I bring you to government, okay? 1 year I made you to parliament, and then after 1 year I made you deputy minister. They promise that. So you see that kind of leadership. Where can you get now?
No.
Where? This is where it worries me when the environment changes so aggressively, negatively at that, then who suffers? People like me, 80 plus, I'm retired, you know, don't forget. All I do now is try to look good at 80. It's all of you. You work hard at your studies and then no jobs. Why? Because investors of the caliber that need you for the workers, so-called workforce kan, the IT, knowledge, tak datang. Semua lari ke lain. Not that, I'm not scaring you, you know, I'm just saying that's why we must make sure that we live in an environment that we don't recognize any difference in it. God made us different. And it is in a sense that men and women, macam itulah. Tapi God did not make us whether we are this, that, and the other. That is all of the human embellishments, I call it, you know. God made us simple humans. Yeah, different color, different countries, temperate country, kan, macam sih, tropical. From that, God didn't say you must be this, tak ada. With time, and why are we so concerned? Let's say Christian. Jesus is in the Quran. How many times repeated? Nabi Isa, our prophet, Moses, our prophet. You don't believe in them, then me, you don't believe in Quran lah. Put it that way. Jacob, Yaqub, you know. All these are our prophets recognized in the Quran. So it's only those who divert from Islam that makes enemies of non-believers or non-Muslim. Trust me, that's not right. Okay, enough of that preaching. And all ladies trying to do lah.
Thank you so much, Tan Sri Rafidah, for that. Very interesting.
Perspektif. Kalau you tanya soalannya kaitan, kan you dah jawab. Tak payah tanya lah. I see. I have a strategy, you know.
Thank you, Tan Sri, for that very interesting keynote. We talk about
No introduction. You haven't heard my keynote.
Okay. So yeah, for maybe those who are not familiar with Tan Sri Rafidah Aziz, she is Malaysia's longest serving Minister of International Trade and Industry, or MITI.
I had a life before that, Okay. I was 4 years Deputy Minister of Finance. Okay. 7 years Minister of Public Enterprise until I shut down the ministry literally because we had 900 over government enterprises, 99% were losing. I went did a report to my just internal report, no consultant, nothing. My staff, my KSU, they went to sit on and said, sir, I don't think we can, it's tenable for this country to have a ministry like this running 900 over losing ventures. Yeah, okay, that's what you think is right. It may be politically sensitive because so UMNO people kan and dapat ada di sini. I said, well, I don't see it sensitive. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do it. We did it and they changed it later on to become entrepreneur development. So I was 7 years there. And then I became MITI minister 22 years. I don't know how I got there so long. I think maybe, they didn't want to change it at all. Then Dollah Badawi retired me off after winning my elections very well. Won the 2 seats for the state for Perak, all 3 seats now. He called me and said, no, you're not in my cabinet. So I don't know. I asked why. They kata because they want a new minister. Bagus. Good night. I was 65 then. My husband said, never mind. I said, I wasn't born minister, so I jolly like my husband. He was Visa International Board member, meeting all over the world. Saya berjalan. Tak pernah pergi Torino tengok winter sports. They were sponsoring winter sports. Saya jalan. You see how rezeki diberi Allah. Tak payah dari menteri. Jadi isteri dah lebih mewah daripada menteri. When as a minister, can I go to Torino, Beijing Olympics as a guest of Visa, the sponsor? Oh, enggak. I won't get that as a minister. I don't care. But as a wife of the board member, Mercedes-Benz in Beijing, you see how this is where the blessings of God Almighty. Remember this. It doesn't come in packages or that. If you do right, inshallah, God willing, one day you'll be repaid. And that's the time when you need it. Okay, I'll give you one more example. I'm not only talking about myself. Because this has got to do with life values. As you grow older, your health is the one that matters. Okay? And you know how expensive health is? To queue up in the government hospital, even the next appointment is 6 months away. But God's blessing. My husband was very high, a third man in the Bank Negara. And his legacy as a officer there and as a wife was that I will be cared for by Bank Negara until the day I die. Still, hospitalization banyak pun berapa girl, my daughter and I sign aja. As under PM care. My God, if I had to pay all that fees, I would have to sell it, whatever I have. Jadi, it's how it comes at the right time. When you're young, you don't think PM care is more important. Sehat walafiat kan? Then when you're approaching 70 plus, sakit sini, operate aja dah berapa puluh kali. Money. You don't have all this, Jordan. I didn't need it. I didn't have to pay a cent. Why? Because Bank Negara bayar. My husband punya legacy to me, you see. I did it as a minister. I have to pay. They don't care minister in private hospital kan? I don't want to go to government hospital and compete with the others who would need that care most. You see? Not because megah dan private, but we must remember that many people who are cramming to go private hospital for minimum payment. I pernah masuk di situ. No lah. You so remind you're young, but remember, this is an 80-year-old speaking who've gone through that. That's important. You ask your parents lah, kadang your parents don't tell you. I don't nag to my children except, now lah. Sikit lah Okay, sorry. You find that my speech will be interspersed with this. It's not academics or sahaja, because there's a whole lot of values involved and integrity. Okay?
Alright. Yeah.
Dah sudah.
Okay. You were also be a lecturer at University Malaya.
10 years.
10 years.
Um,
And one of amongst your students are, the current Prime Minister, Zafiana Ibrahim, Muhyiddin Yassin, and
and
even
many past politicians,
excellent.
chief ministers. Oh yeah lah. Kan kita 10 tahun kat situ.
Oh,
It's a first year core subject.
Yeah.
They have to take it, whether they branch into Malay Studies, Islamic. In fact, I was teaching. Uncle Aziz made me teach. The first year students of Agriculture Ministry and then Agriculture department, engineering. He opened, he said they ought to know ini Malaysian economy.
Yeah.
First year. I had to attend like this, poor guy, And then he made me teach third year medical students.
Oh.
Like I said, why am I spending time teaching? But he said no, it's important. These students are going to be doctors. They go to all over the place kan. Dia tak faham ekonomi kita. Dia tak faham orang susah katakan.
Yeah.
In the rural areas. So then my course was rehashed by me to tailor-made for the doctors to be. You see. So that's the way we were before in terms of education. It relates to education today.
Yeah.
Are you being groomed like that, or are you just being en masse, being taught whatever, like that?
Yeah.
So that's how I was bred and nurtured. Just any work for us, my God, it worked. We relate to people,
I see.
Okay.
So that's the importance of holistic.
Our education system, the content of education, the delivery of education, to be relevant to the times. My time was time for development of the country.
Yeah.
So you need that. There was no AI, nothing there. We don't even know what it was like that. But now it's a different scenario. We don't talk about rural development anymore. Can?
Yeah.
So that's how our must be so amenable to current situation and future situation. So I'm talking about in the context of education.
Yeah.
So when you are nurtured in that way, it really helps, so to understand the young of today.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Actually, coming back to that note, what do you think about the importance of economic-related knowledge to to the youngsters here towards the nation-building effort?
Everything is basically economic flavored. Even your private life, right? If you earn 2,000, you nak belanja 3,000 a month. Basic economic. Now, having said that, it is important that you relate the question of economic development and growth with equitable distribution right down the line. No point boasting, our growth this year was 8%. When the 8% stays up there, tak turun ke bawah, you go to the kampung, stay the same. So I don't want to talk about equal. There's no such thing as equal. There's no such, even twins are not equal. So equitable maknanya we give more to those who are more deserving. Yang dah upstairs tu tak payah bagi pun tak apa. Right? As simple as that. Scholarships, give to the ones who need it and merit it. Of course, the ones who need merit lah dulu. Kalau malas belajar nak bagi juga tu like, tuang air daun keladi lah.
Yeah.
But good students, but underprivileged because parents tak mampu, zero in on helping that. Because that's going to be an asset to the nation. Yeah. But you give to somebody, bapak civil servant tinggi-tinggi because he's a Malay, well, it's wasted money lah. Dia pergilah beli apa bendanya kat kedai. You see, I'm like that. So those days, that's what we did. That's why so many people really were able to come up. That a concept of equitable, give to the deserving. Of course, the outreach will have to be very right down lah. This is up to the implementers.
Yeah.
In the daerah and all that, the persons in charge are not that equipped with the humanity. Lain lah cerita dia. You see, so the whole culture within the civil service must be oriented towards that. Equitable, even if it works still now.
Yeah.
Equitable distribution of the benefits of development. And development is two. One is economic, one is social. What's the point of having economic development that you can measure by the billions and millions when in fact the values of people are bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When values are bad, mean curi duit tak apa. No, and then parents kita tak peduli, orang tua kita tak respect. Must remember, and worst of all, you don't respect your peer groups because they're different. That's the worst thing ever. No, I don't friend this one, no. Because my cucu, I remember the first time I tanya dia orang, who are your friends in school? I remember my grandson reciting, oh, I got many friends. Dia sebutlah nama Jing Bang, Melayu, India, all Joseph lah, macam-macam, including girls. Yeah, that age, what do they care kan? I was so happy that at the young primary school, they are making friends with non-Malays.
Yeah.
Of course, today memang lah, they become very good friends. So, I myself subscribe to that. Do you know that I must be the only WhatsApp in the world agaknya. I have a WhatsApp group of my so-called besties in primary school in Convent Bukit Nanas.
Until now?
Yeah, really. I get up in the morning, I had a hello, everybody, 5 are in Singapore, married there, but we kill each other, and the rest are all here, 2 have died before reaching 80 years old. All are 80 plus now. And you should see, we talk like we don't care who you are. Hi Mary Berry, hi Ivy, hi Joe, hi Rafidah. There are only 2 Malays left. 1 Malay died. But the rest are different national. We didn't see anything when we meet. We talk about my sisters in the convent, our own friends, our own teachers, you know. Tak mungkin apa-apa. That's what I'm used to. So I cannot understand. Like today punya friction in politics and everywhere. So please, you all next generation, please recur balik that sentiments of our good times. I tell you, it helps you in your old age. These are the real friends who pray for you. Would you believe me, my Singapore friend Rafidah? I just went to church today and I said a prayer for you. Oh my God. I was in hospital.
You're not offended?
No. I said, oh God, I'm so blessed to have friends like that who actually pray for my well-being. Come on lah. Why should I be offended? Tuhan buat dia tau. She didn't come from frog egg. God made her. So this is what I'm always impressing on young people. You're our saviors lah. You're our saviors. The existing ones, forget it lah. Dah too late. Okay?
Yeah. But that's right. I mean, like, if a multicultural Malaysia, isn't that should be the bare minimum, you know?
Well, when you talk about multicultural, there are all the other things involved lah. Multiracial, multicultural, multilinguist, everything. Be diverse. Just recognize that lah. For me as a Muslim, I teringat aja, ya ayyuhal kafirun. Why the hell am I bothered? Kan? Ya, you know, oi. Your religion, I my religion, you pray to your God, I don't pray to your God, you don't pray to my God. Ulang balik tu. So, you and your religion, I am my religion and my God. You know, I go there, recite that during my trade missions, you know. When anybody asks me about Islamic values all over the world, kan, Japan, I told them, you have your Zen values, you know, they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
Islamic values, I quote that. Diam. I said, don't just believe me, go and check the translation of the Quran.
I see. Okay, that's very interesting sharing, Tan Sri. Especially, I think, like, in Malaysia, we are more polarized now than ever. You know?
Polarized, you are fractured and splintered.
Yeah.
Polarized to 2, North and South Pole. Even fractured. Northwest, east side, east, west, northwest.
Yeah, especially.
Use proper word. Kalau polarized ada main, you know, nampak dua ini, like fractured.
Fractured. I see. But yeah, you can see that a lot of racial sentiments being played by, you know, current politicians, even from the younger MPs themselves. So is it really, you know, up to the youngsters that to change this, or what do you think?
No, people change clearly when they reach a certain level of position, when they allow greed to overtake. Dulu okay, tak ada pegang jawatan kan. Bila dah merasa jawatan tu rupanya, they forget that post is supposed to do good. Now, okay, how much can I get? How much can I dip into the till? Things like that lah.
Yeah.
Or how much more can I beat you? It's always looking at others. I want to quote this saying. Be like the flowers in the garden. They don't look at our other flowers. They simply bloom. Dia tak tengok, ayah, that orchid cantik I want to bloom better. Tak ada. Dia bloom aja. Why can't humans be like that? Tak, ini tak. You jadi minister je. Aku pun nak jadi minister juga. Bukan nak kerja. You can work for the country without being minister, you know. You realize that? After minister 20 over people, don't tell me 20 over people can do everything for the 30 over 40 million, whatever we are. No. But you know, ego. So if we have in this generation of yours that people who don't subscribe to this kind of ego and greed for power position, I tell you, we'll change. We will change eventually. Because it's you who's going to be putting it in different places, kan? All of those will retire and all the dungus will be retiring or get kicked out in elections. So who else coming up? We don't want dungus after dungus, right? I don't. People talking like that. You ask me to read questions. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I would like to echo that point. Tan Sri. You know, like we keep talking about how politics is very dirty, power is corrupt.
No, politics is not dirty. It's those people inside there who make it dirty. Come on lah.
Maybe Tan Sri can share with us on why did you decide to venture into politics in the first place?
I didn't venture into politics. I live nearby to the grandmother of Fadil.
Oh.
Fadil. Fahmi Fadil, bapak dia Fadil. Fahmi Fadil, grandmother. One of my mother's very good friends from Perak. We live near each other, Kampung Melayu, and she'll be almost at my house every other day, evening, you know, chatting. And one day, she was head of the PJ Selatan Wanita UMNO, okay, not the PJ Selatan, small branch. And then I came in because my other daughter, I left my mother when I went to give lectures. I didn't have mates. So I went in and said, Rafidah ni, join mak tua, panggil mak tua, auntie lah. Join mak tua lah, masuk Wanita UMNO PJ Selatan lah, mak tua saya ni ada anak, kerja ni. Tak payahlah, kami buat kerja. Tapi duduk situ bagi pandangan-pandangan. Allah, mak, can you resist? She brought even the borang. I sign like the borang. So, you know, I do like my little bit, you know, what I can be ends and all that. And ideas, ada sikit sebanyak kan. But, when the Bahagian saw me there, I was literally pulled in. I didn't contest nothing. They just nominated my name is like shoe in. Datang kuasa wanita bahagian, datang kuasa bahagian Petaling. Mula tu bangsa, dia bikin Petaling. I bikin datang kuasa bahagian. And of course lah, in no time at all, Tan Rafidah jadi senator je lah. And I was senator at 30. And that's it. End of story lah kan. Bila dia jadi senator, marhaban lah kata Malaysia. Giving talks like this, you know, at my own expense, mind you. You can't claim anything. Ayo, I was a lecturer. Nak claim apa? I didn't do a lecturer's work. So, claim lah. Mana my husband send me, can send me. Where I can go by train, where I can go by bus. Well, people jemput kat Ngampung, mana nak naik apa? Mana ada private plane. Adalah plane Mahindra adalah. So, I started doing that. And in no time, I found myself in a majlis tertinggi. Second highest vote after Tengku Ridauddin. Tak keluar rumah pun campaign. Got no time. I was correcting university students papers, exams and all that. Well, got time. And then I was made chief examiner. Some of your parents might be chief examiner of the economics media papers for the whole country. Imagine how many thousands of papers. I had 36 tutors, so to speak, under me to help correct the examination papers. You know, that's how much work was given to me. That's how I was into politics. I was literally dragged in. Tapi when you join, see, I was the youngest everywhere lah. Majlis tertinggi. These people, my father's contemporary. My father was the founder member with Sandon and all that. Pemuda UMNO on the member. So imagine me going there. Rafidah, apa cerita? I was like really asking about my father. Kata kita panggil dia Aziz Burma. I didn't want to ask why I call him Aziz Burma. I know like he's dark. So he has some blood, blood links lah from India ke mana, memang really dark. So anyway, salam kat dia. Another meeting, another two pula salam. So I kept asking my father, you know these people? Then we set up Pemuda UMNO. I said, oh, no wonder lah. I'm in politics. I think they cannot get away from it. That's a story lah. Lepas tu, we just like plain sailing, you know. Husin On would call me, Rafidah. Yes, now 1 year has passed. I'm now appointing you Deputy Minister. Deputy Minister apa, Datuk? Finance. My husband ball in the carpet, golf ball. He was a banker, bank negara, which means I was his boss. So I said, okay, when can I give you the answer next week? No, tomorrow. I'm having wajib tinggi. Give me answer tomorrow. So what do I do? Yeah, you resign. 24 hours from I call Uncle Aziz. Uncle, I've got a problem here. Yeah, Husin On is a man of his words. If he says 1 year, you become deputy minister, then it means he's deputy minister shops, job. Yeah. Assistant Parliament dulu, sorry. And then next he will give you the deputy minister. And true enough. So when the deputy minister, my husband said, what? You're going to be my boss? I said, no. Whenever there's a meeting, whether there's parliament sitting, you don't go as head of department. Send your deputy. I don't want to chair a meeting with you there. Let's have peace in the house, kan? Because tak bertengkar, tak pasal on issues, but it might be sensitive somewhere, right? Can be sensitive kita issue. And that's what we did. Very good. He doesn't see me at meetings. No way. You see, you have to make that kind of arrangement at home.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is affecting your work, his work too.
Yeah.
So it's peace lah. He's very supportive. That's how it is. Got promoted, Mahathir. Dia dah menang jadi presiden kan. Ada appointed me. So you know the rest of the story lah. Of course, until Dollah Badawi dropped me from cabinet, I cerita lah. The reason they want a new minister. I said, good night.
Dapat anak, you rehat, Tan Sri.
No, come on lah. He was the one who needed the rehat. But I mean, as my husband said, follow me, go over the world. You travel, work. You follow me as a spouse. You get allowed to lah. Wah, spa treatment everywhere, man. Wives about members? Nah. Kan? You see, Tuhan bagi that kind of blessing at the time when you need it. So remember that. When you're young, you may not feel as blessed as you are now. But as you go on through life and keep thinking of things that you can do good, not wanting to be blessed, but God willing, the blessings will come in the most uncanny way. You never believe it kadang-kadang. You never believe it. You see, when I retired, I thought, bela, one income lah, kan? Then I got appointed to boards, and I was earning more than minister. So I was telling my husband, kerja tak ada. Jadi board member, buat 1 2 months, like that, once a month. Kacil lebih dari tu lagi. Yalah, blessing Tuhan lah. Orang drop kita kan pasal-pasal. Kita tengah seronok kerja. And then after that, I was admitted into London Bureau, Speakers Bureau, based in London. Dah mahaban satu dunia, vintage, first class travel, kind of thing, you know, best hotels, all over again. We're giving talks like this. And paid 10,000, like that, you know, imagine, so berapa kali. And I reflect balik, I see, this is the blessing. I thought rest.
It's a blessing in disguise.
In disguise. At the age when you feel everything is tak ada dah.
So you don't miss entering politics at all?
Miss?
Yeah, don't you miss?
Good riddance. Not with this environment. You're going to go to hospital more times than that.
That's very interesting. But yeah, on that note, you know, coming from a academic background, you were carrying the position as a lecturer in UM for 10 years and then coming into politics. It's a drastic change,
No,
No.
No.
Do you face any struggle?
no. What should there be? You adjust.
Mm.
You adjust situation.
Mm.
Our teaching students, teaching them the same things, about the awareness for nation, economic growth, development, blah blah blah, and then cultural marketing, second year, final year kan, you specialize lah. Some of the students, if they go into these areas where they can actually utilize the knowledge, I'm helping. I'm doing a service. You don't have to go around to the grassroots and hello every kampung person katakan nak tunjuk kita berjiwa rakyat.
Yeah.
You be berjiwa rakyat by imparting whatever relevant knowledge. You realize these young people nak graduate in medical. Kan nak ajar dia pada industry, they know better kan.
Yeah.
Teach them about to expect out in the world there. Economics wise, social cohesion, blah 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 blah. Same thing.
Same thing.
Adjust like that lah.
Yeah, I think that fits with our title, remaining steadfast in our changing world.
Yeah.
But Tan Sri, I recall, there was the one-time APEC conference in 2005.
Apa dia?
One meeting with APEC. APEC.
Oh,
APEC conference.
oh, you got my book there.
Yeah. But I recall a meeting with APEC in 2005, where Bush was there,
Yeah.
and you were speaking out against the unfair imposition of duties on.
No, don't put it that way. That meeting happened to be there because I was the ministerial, which is my forte lah, in that sense. I lead the Malaysian delegation.
Yeah.
That meeting was supposed to be led by the Prime Minister, then Dollah Badawi, on a Saturday. On Friday afternoon, the ambassador told me in Busan, Datuk Sri, apa ni lapak lah tak not coming. Excuse me? So besok you kena lead the delegation. What?
Dia datang
APEC siapa dah kata tau? We're gonna have Bush as our lead lepas tu serta Brunei, Presiden A, Presiden B, Presiden C, Prime Minister A, B, C, D, E. And I was the only non-ranking lah.
Yeah.
And I kata, what? I mean, why? Oh, it's got function in KL. Okay? So I had an evening to look at what is the program. Ni tak ada benda lah. I have already been at the ministerial kan. So tak ada benda lah. So to speak last, being the small fry there. The thing is Bush, and this is something I really appreciate. If the ambassador and my secretary general next to me were like aghast. Kata Melayu under their breath. Apa pula? Dia ni. Apa pula? Dia ni asyik kita dengar je lah. What happened was I put the last speaker tekan, dia kata, Minister, before you speak, I have to say something. I was told by my colleagues here, I turn around. Colleague tu semua minister lah benda kan. I was told by my colleagues here that when you speak, I have to listen. Dan dia tanya apa pula tu? I have to listen. So dia ambil paper, dia ambil ballpen dia. Yes, please. Tekan lah. I said, thank you Mr. President. I tak cakap pun cordial relationship. I tak cakap pun happy to be in Busan. Tak payah ulang-ulang lah. Apa bendanya. Cordial apa lagi kan. Tak payah. Only 3 things to bring up to you. Kita ni kan in charge. One is unfair imposition of taxes or duties on palm oil by Jersey, one of your states.
Yeah.
Secondly, on this problems about tropical timber. Thirdly, I can't remember apa now. Jadi ni, whatever. It went like that lah. So, dia notes kat kami to him lah. So, note dia lah, Madam Minister, I just want to let you know, Jersey is one of the states in America. So, they put, yes, we are federation too, Mr. President. Federation of Malaysia, right? In the end, for states do unilaterally things like that to America, to anybody, we will put a stop to it. Dia nak view. Kalau put a stop to it. Okay. Sana, on your remarks about tropical timber, we are members of ITO. We practice good stewardship, but we know there's cross-border smuggling. Indonesia lah kan. But smuggling, we're trying to stop that, which is illegal smuggling. Cross our border, come here. As far as Malaysians are concerned, we're very practical. Slope gradient for felling kita pun macam action sikit kan. Slope gradient for felling trees, and of course abiding by itu. Good stewardship of our environment. And by the way, Mr. President, I think you realize even in America, in Europe, there's hardly any forest left because of lack of environmental control. Okay, siap kau. I did put all that in the island. Enough. That is the story. Panjang cerita tau.
Now I know how bush feels like. You know, like.
I don't know, but what do I care kan? Bring up a subject that memang ini.
Yeah.
So this is the thing that when you confront, not say confront, or you're in front of people who are outsiders who don't understand, is to make them understand. Very with that background. And I quoted even now, Malaysia berapa puluh % is under forest cover, which is primary forest and planted forest. Reforestation, very high. That's when I quoted, I'm sure, as I read it, America and even Europe, very low. They don't do reforestation. Hati-hati lah. Of course, not perfect, but we do it. And we are one of the higher levels of reforestation. Mana green cover tinggi lah. We have our facts. You can come and visit, no problem.
Yeah. What do you tell you, like, you served in MITI for about 2 decades. That's a
22 years.
Yeah, 22 years. That's a very long time.
Yeah lah.
Can you recall any valuable moment or?
Anybody, you've been married 22 years, what are you? Memorable moments. I would say every day was a memorable moment in marriage. No, in MITI, I don't work that way. It's not about working to make memories. I just do. And then people evaluate. They kata, wah, that's a landmark moment. Okay lah. But I don't go total lah berapa. And I don't even think about it. That was memorable. That I will cerita. Orang nak puji-puji. I don't get it to my head, you know. I know many people puji 3 kali dah siap lah. Kan, you can puji ni 100 times. I would say, are you dreaming or something like that? No, it makes you kasih terima. No, I wouldn't tell you, but there are some that strike me. And for example, you all know about Mandela.
Yeah.
I interacted with him 4 days in Davos. Because I represented Malaysia in the leaders conference. We had a special leaders conference only of 40 people. And the private sector ada 3-4 orang, and the rest were all Russian leader, you name it, you know. Soviet leader, semua dia jemput. I was interacting with it, and I was, because I attended before, I was made by Schwab one of the 3 group leaders. So presidents and prime ministers come under my group, and then there's 1 year which is very that memorable, where the other group was headed by Paul Walker. You heard of him? Paul Walker, dari economics, faham adalah.
Yeah.
And the other one, Henry Kissinger.
Oh.
And next one, Rafidah Aziz. I was so young, very young. I was part of my group. President Colombia, President of Presiden aja lah, lupa lah dah berapa tahun kan, every year and then.
Yeah.
And then we became friends during those 4 years with Mandela, real friends, because we had lunch together, we had dinner together, and interaction together. We're not mixing up with the, you know, with the entrepreneurs. Tak ada. Only 1 or 2 of them will speak. That's about it. The rest all with us, only 40 maximum. Catherine Hepburn, Washington Post, remember? Apa nama dia, Catherine apa ke? Dia entrepreneur masa itu kan? So anyway, so Mandela and I became friends, and he made me promise, Rafidah, he called me Rafidah. When you come to South Africa, you must see me in Joburg or Pretoria. So memanglah, I pergi kan late mission. Tapi di politics, that's how we tell you how international politics or what do you call this, politics in South Africa. Wrote officially, our ambassador went officially ni, tak sampai ke dia. They didn't tell him that I was here. And I had arrived. And I tengah makan nak kata ini Mandela punya jawapan belum datang. Atau dia ambassador itulah, saya dah tanya-tanya tak ada feedback. Kita mustahil lah dia make me promise to come ni. Tidak cari dia pasal apa. Of course I had my work to do, television. Rupanya tak sampai ke dia. Nobody is it. That's how it was. Still the discrimination. Because they saw Mandela rising very high. I couldn't. Dear President Mandela, I am here now in Victoria, and I had already officially not received anything. So if I don't get any response, just to wish you well, blah blah blah. By the way, I'm bringing a 40 delegation. Cerita kawan kita ni, and so then went on and on. Say, I'm glad you were here. Thank you very much for having. I'm going to check why I did not get the official letter. Faham aja. Then he came here. Dia jemput. Dia datang dengan Madam Gracie. His partner, companion masa itu belum lagi kahwin. Nak kahwin dah. Okay, he's passed on. So at parliament, shake hand. Mahdi bawa dia kan. Apa senior Sami Lelu, Kenggit. CA kan, bagulah Rafidah Aziz. Rafidah! Saya baik dia tak hug. I was wondering, jangan hug. Because TV everywhere, kawan kata bila pula ada masalah. Rafidah! Dia, this is Rafidah Rafidah Aziz I was telling you about. Dia cerita dekat partner dia ni. Hello, Madam Gracie. But you must remember, the government, I think, they took note of it at that time. I was asked to host a huge private sector dinner kat Sunway Auditorium. I was the host. Percaya tak? Government punya host on behalf.
That's huge.
And we continued lagi lah bercakap macam-macam cerita. So you see, through life, these are moments I recall and then Japanese prime ministers, they become friends, playing golf datang kat sini. Macam itu, you know, where we actually became friends because of our interaction. I think because I treat them as just friends. So easy to get things done. So every moment is a new moment. That's what made my 2 years really enjoyable for me. Ya, tak terasa kita punya letih, you know. Letih tu Tuhan yang tahu agaknya kan, baik tak terasa. Kau dealing with people like-minded and who want to get things done. And then ada pula kawan-kawan yang kata, you know, thank you Mr. Chairman, welcoming usual 10 minute, thank you. I would punch a button, excuse me Michael, whatever his name, let's forget about all this introductions. Can you just go straight ahead, because we have 22 people, APEC kan, 22 more to speak. I bet. Dia 10 minit tak puji-puji.
Straight to the point. I like that style, Tan Sri.
Macam like you.
Really rapid fire.
You tak sempat nak tengok you punya simpan iPad. Okay.
But yeah, Tan Sri, like maybe you could share, you know, I mean, being a women in leadership position, you know, there are a lot of barriers, discrimination in place.
I've never in my life as I face discrimination, and that's not a boasting, it's true. You know why? because I never saw myself as female. When I was young, in Kampung Baru, young me like 9 years old lah, standard 1, standard 3, 4, like that. In Kampung Baru, I played kites and with glass string, you know. And to the boys who do that with my brother, bubu gelas satu lawan kite dengan men, dengan boys. Jamal pendek, you know jamal pendek arwah. My neighbor, kita sama tinggi kat situ. And then brother dia and neighbor lain. I was very young. They didn't regard me as a girl. Main marbles, main cigarette packet kan. And kotak tu, ada kotak pokok kan, you stack it up and then you take a pebble and throw. Ada value tu, captain lain, rider lain, players lain, equal. 1 player equals to 5 rider you exchange. Wah, kita dah pandai dulu buat exchange. So, I never was brought up as a girl. Of course, I was in the kitchen most of the time because I was the only daughter. But never felt. So, when I grew up, I just treated everybody equal. And nobody dared touch on my femininity. So, I got that. Kalau kita shy, always aware of femininity, that's when some men bully us, some boys bully tau. Don't. Just be yourself. And of course, you have to be competent so that dia orang pun segan-segan. Competent means you study as hard as you can. Be the top 3. That's always my goal. I don't want to be the first girl tu melampau. Kalau top 3 tu tuah dah. And the convent, you know how brilliant some of those girls are. So means I will handle lah. So your results show how good you are. Nobody dare look at the other side, being a girl. Tidak, you can look at your brain. Selalu jawabnya. So same as a lecturer. I wasn't a female lecturer. Except that when my students total 1,169 with the opening up of all the other departments, it was a great hall. The boys, and I was wearing a dress, you know, 24 years old, come on, start pakai dress lagi. And they were clapping from the entrance of the Great Hall, Vice Chancellor, sampai ke stage. I was on stage. Clap, sampai I turned to the mic and said, what are you clapping for? Dia. So, dia bully lah cik ibu dia muda. Diam lah budak. Then the end, towards the exam, they write, I'm so sorry Cik Rafidah. I was one of those clap you through aeroplanes that you started to the field with. Yeah, I was not scolding them. I was just with a smile lah talking. And I never faced any discrimination or any marginalization as a female. I don't want to say I'm a female. I dress up not to please you. I don't wear around like that, you know. I'm sorry. I just march around. The moment kita project kita punya femininity sangat-sangat, siap lah. Siap lah. It's a weakness kata orang kan. I don't think I'm salah. How can you deny that? Habislah cerita. So that kind of attitude that I can be just another human being, can beat any male, any female, katalah if I can. Your confidence level high. You have to be confident. Your competence. That's why I can use the word competent. If you are confident and your confidence level matches your competence level, you made it. Boy or girl, tak kisah. Yeah, overcome your own personal shortcomings, shyness, lack of confidence. It's not necessary. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Tan Sri, maybe boleh tukar mic. Can we
What?
switch mic?
What?
Can we switch mic?
Boleh. What happened? This is the female mic. Okay. No, I'm trying to instill upon you, you see. I hate this division. Male, female. What? This is age. Artificial intelligence already, you know. Kita masih nak being girl, boy, tak maaf lah, tak payah lah. I'm not it lah.
No, sure. Yeah, I mean it's 2024 already. It's the time we move past that.
It's not. We should have moved faster 10 years ago. They got Dungus, heading us for the last 10 years. You know the story, tak payah lah elaborate. Yeah. Any more questions?
Yeah, okay. Actually, before I would like to open up the floor for questions from the audience. This is my personal question. You know, like the recent general election, the 15th general election, we see 1 million first time youth voters, right? So do you think like Undi 18 was a success, or maybe it's somehow the Undi 18? Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's a difference between 18 and 21 nowadays. People mature very fast, right? 18 to 21, to me, it makes no difference. Only that you have to tell 18-year-olds the first experience. It's not the fun of voting. It is voting well at your level, the right MP, the right wakil rakyat, It's not about, hey, I'm now voting and show off in your apa nama tu? Instagram. See my finger, which finger? See I voted. It's not it. It's not meant for consumption on social media. It's going back to reflect. Now, there are 3 guys here. One wants to take you to heaven, as though he owns the key to heaven. And then one is just a worker. Another one is God knows what lah. You have to choose, right?
Yeah.
If you choose the one who wants to take you to heaven, you're more stupid. Only the Almighty can determine whether you go to heaven or hell, kan, based on your own life record. So that's out lah. No heaven in politics, out. Now, between the other two lah, tengok. This one is a hard worker, or this one talk only. No work, NATO. No action, talk only. We used to call it NATO. Ni NATO lah ni. Kita jumpa kalau cakap macam nak rak. Kerja tak buat. NATO. So you have to make the value judgment. At 18, I believe can. Because the 18-year-olds today are more to-the-date than their parents, for sure. You are more exposed. I don't mind 18-year-old. And you make the right decision for the country, it's good. You make somebody give you an envelope, $100, and they vote for me, that means the beginning of corruption for you. And prolonging corruption for the country, kan?
Yeah.
So these are the lessons you learn. Now, what you read are lessons for you. Next election, tolong vote the right people. How? Because you have the power. The right people begins at your district, Your own wakil rakyat there, whether state or MP. These are the people who's going to become whatever in the central.
Yeah.
So people with such ambitions don't care. They pay, dia menang kan. Lepas tu pay some more here, ampu dapat jadi cabinet minister. Lepas tu tak kerja. That's end of story lah.
Okay, thank you so much, Tan Sri. So now I would like to move into Q&A session. So we have the QR code at the front, and some of the question has already been given by the audience. So Tan Sri, there's this one question. You mentioned during your time you prioritize about development. What is your take for the current generation? What do we need to prioritize?
Development will be forever, except that the nature of development changes. During my time earlier, it was physical infrastructure.
Yeah.
You don't have enough schools, how you want to teach in the kampung, right?
Yeah.
How can they come to go to school even? Sabah, Sarawak, for example, right? Walk, take 8-9 miles to school. That's not it. So physical infrastructure was given a lot of in our 5-year development plan, especially the first few. And then the changing of the economic profile because the world changes. So we have our new focus on industrialization. Those days it was manufacturing. So we became a manufacturing hub for the region. In fact, many big companies. I personally saw their CEOs, not just CEO, chairmen, everywhere. I went with chief ministers like Lim Chong Yu because Penang wanted to be the hub. Okay, let's go. So Texas Instruments came, Intel came. They really welcome Malaysia, telling them what's available. And then they datang. So the basis for industrialization already started lah.
Yeah.
So they build upon it. Now today, you talk about industry, still the basic industry is still there, but it has moved in the way that production processes, the value chain has all changed in terms of the nature, using robotics and latest, of course, AI. And so the value chain would mean that we must prepare our young, whether they want to become workers, whether they become entrepreneurs, SME owners, whatever, to fit into the needs of the nature of industry now and the future. Now tak boleh cakap lah, the future now. The future is here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like me dulu, we can say to future 10 years time. Now tak ada. As long as you speak, there will be news coming up. You're saying that there's a new technology doing that and the other. To extract this and the other. Very using labs. Dulu mana ada using labs kan? The most microchips. Where I had to dress like astronaut to go into Intel lab.
Oh,
To see how they make the silicon wafers. Oh, very high tech already. Texas.
Yeah.
But then now that one is commonplace. Tak ada benda lah. So, this is how then your knowledge imparted to you will have to be in that context lah. So that's why I worry about education system, especially the public education system. It's not keeping in time content and delivery with what's needed in the marketplace as a whole. I worry. You know, because you see the school by road, the teachers are not properly equipped.
Yeah.
They don't go for teachers training like last time. Last time you want to be a teacher, you have to do diploma education. If you're a graduate, you have to masuk. And earlier on, before diploma education, you have to be certified in some teachers training college. TTC was the thing to talk about. Teachers training college. No Melayu, no. TTC, teacher training college. And of course, the best when they sent to Kirkby, Loughborough in England, class, right?
Yeah.
Those were the teachers that we put into school, imparting new knowledge. Today, I don't know lah. I am sorry to say. I don't want to comment. You all can read for yourself. How the standards of teaching have gone down. Okay? So the private schools, fortunately, because it's a different scenario, different motivation kan? And you're not bound by, so and so. So you're able to manipulate, but to maneuver around all that and have education relevant to the times of the future, now and the future. So that's how it is now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the future, they think of the future, except that the future next election. That's when the problem comes.
Yeah.
The future is the next election, not the future of next 10 years.
Yeah, I strongly agree with that. Tan Sri. There's also another question for the youth that are interested to be venturing into politics here. Like, maybe some advice from you.
I tell you, the worst thing to do is venture into politics. Why do you venture? Is there some profit to be made there? Some gain to be made? I tak faham because I was dragged into politics. Literally. How to say no to your elders when they think that you can contribute a little bit? Okay lah. Kita dah kerja lah tau. When you start talking at this age, venture into politics, oh God, please help this country. That's why we have so many adventurers there. Up there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Politics is not one area you venture in. You are picked to venture, you're invited to come in like that. Barulah puas hati. People recognize what you can contribute. Saya ni pun tak apa lah contribute. You voluntary venture. I don't know what you will do to get the position. You dah set your ambition. It's not like being a doctor. I want to be a doctor. I want to be engineer. You cannot bribe anybody. But politics, yeah. Pak Syekh, whatever, Dato', you bend your back 3-4 times, selamat lah. You're in already kan. First you become SUSK, special assistant, and then you become gatekeeper. Wow. The next thing you're changing your car already. I'm telling you, I have no gatekeepers. I got one political side who's a civil servant. retired. Trade commissioner, because I need somebody who has global experience. My trade commissioner been all over the world. Last posting in Bonn. My press secretary from Bernama, journalism. Not your pick and choose that. No, just somebody who is in journalism. My political secretary, memang in the service work ni tu lah. 39 years she was with me. Okay? So, press secretary is also Bernama. So, a political secretary is a trade commissioner, no? Because I did that, you know, when I travel, I need the nuances of politics so that I can understand. He can understand what's where. Kan? Kadang kita keep track. So, when he was in Bonn, kalau I nak pergi Bonn ni, dia faham. Katalah, I nak pergi sana, dia dah pernah pergi. Like that lah. So, my skeletal staff punyalah helpfulnya. They don't have to fight each other. They don't have to keep any gate for me. Tak ada. I live happy. I retire happy. At 80, you still invite me also. Pergi bertalk.
So Tan Sri, like, I mean, so for the youth here, they are very much interested into contributing back to the nation, contribute, you know.
Yeah, there's no recipe. First of all, you pass all your studies, exams, you contribute already. Because you are already adding on to our competent workforce. That, at your level, that's it. You already made it. That big contribution. Where else can we get graduates in this, that, the other to contribute to the nation? If we don't have them amongst you. Think like that. Lepas itu baru think of doing something that may not directly nampak contribute to the nation, but actually you are. Even if you're in business, you're giving work to people. You're adding on to our economic input. Whatever you do, as a doctor lah, give lah contributing to nation because you're helping lives. You see, this is a thing that I cannot faham. Contribute nation must be politician. Just look around you lah in the environment today. How many of them contributing? Robbing ada. See, contributing in a definite sense. There's no recipe. Whatever good you can do, even as parents not working, you nurture your children well with good values. You are really contributing already. If parents talk about value, jangan curi, jangan this, that, and the other, you know, be honest, cukup lah. He lives through life. Apa dia punya kerja pun honest, the rest. That's contributing to the nation. He will become Prime Minister because what for? When you take away billions from others, from the nation that you're supposed to serve, you serve yourself first. Sorry lah, you're talking the wrong person lah kan. Another person here as a politician will tell a different story. We can help the nation. Really?
Yeah. Okay, I think that should be.
Any last question from the floor?
Anyone would like to ask question directly or should I?
Jangan takut, don't be scared. Sometimes it's very daunting, no, when I make apa ni answer like that. When I answer like that, don't be afraid. I'm only a grandmother and a mother. I had a question now.
Yeah, Sri, yeah.
Let me answer. Let me apa dia? Yeah. I tell you, in the one Davos meeting, the topic was perestroika. You know, remember the word perestroika? Where it meant that transformation of Soviet Union into Russia. Like. One subject was that. But at that time, it was a new set of people that came from Russia. Not Soviet Union per se, no. Because Russia was already disentangled, so to speak, Soviet Union. So, the subject in Davos among the leaders, 40 leaders were perestroika, and we debated giving ideas to the Russians how, in fact, there were different topics, stabilization of the currency. Yeah, we don't talk nonsense, you know. Stabilization of currency, the structure, machinery of governance. Because democracy is supposed to be, ada points being given like that under different topics and ideas. Yeah, we had that one. I remember very well. Although the names, sorry lah, nama Russian ni I tak boleh ingat kan. But and of course I had the good fortune to later on go with Tomade right into Kremlin to meet these people. But the Russians are not that clever tau. I forgot my name tag Rafidah because yesterday baju kurung. I had a tag buka, lepas tu lupa dia buka. The next day I was going, I tak ada name tag. Yang itu lah. Security look at me and tanya name tag. Pretend aku nak cari. And then I want to say, oh yeah, I forgot. Tell kan? Tu hadirnya mesti tak apa. Kita bagi punya dia pusing. Tu dia bagi saya punya, oh ya ya. Lekat je lah. ADC. Masuk. ZT. Donor. She had no assistance. Tak masuk. Not allowed. You see? Because here, yelah, because they know I'm a minister. Tapi they have to verify lah kan. So, somebody bagi. Ayam pergi. Tak forget lah kata barang juga. Actually, tak kena verify. Pasal tak boleh masuk. No, I'm saying that lucky lah to have met them after that. Macam the split East West Germany kan. They had splitted. We were there and met the lady Prime Minister tu. Chancellor. Yeah, so I was lucky lah. Young enough to have appreciated all this kan. And to see for myself. Mana yang tak pergi, kita punya je lah. I was in Easter Island. People there. Not Melancong. Part of this. Papua New Guinea. Because Maybank opened, my husband, by that the chairman, buka Papua New Guinea. So there was things to further our relationship, economic relationship kan.
I see. Okay, I think it's a wrap for your insightful talk with Tan Sri Rafidah Aziz this evening. Thank you so much, Tan Sri, for spending your time with us this Friday evening. The session has been very insightful.
Thank you, and I hope you finish your question. So I just want it like this, unrehearsed. So you know it comes from my heart. Because I don't know what you want to ask kan. So you get it like that lah. To me, that's the best thing. Kalau I rehearse, I tak pernah rehearse, I don't know what it is like lah. Okay, thank you very much everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think that the honesty really valuable to us.
Well, I say frankness, the integrity of what I say, you know, it's important. If I share with you, it's real story. I don't make up. Those are the moments you're talking about lah that I will remember till I die kan. Banyak je the moments. Tapi malas nak cerita lah kan. When involve our leader, tidur tengah meeting dengan Iranian president, tak payahlah kan.
Yeah, for those who are...
Ada boom every time. Mana nak cerita kat orang kan, buku pun tak tulis, tak maulah. Dia masa hidup masih ada. Ya, I ni kena buat macam ni. Ni, fork and spoon kan, tea ke meja. Like that, no, tolak sana sini supaya jaga. And then saya ambil kat sebelah. Kaki, buat kaki. Susah. You know what I mean lah. Just lemon stone.
Yeah, so for those who are interested to learn more about Tan Sri Rafidah Aziz, you may buy this book. It's available and it's popular. So yeah, I found it very inspiring. I managed to finish the book before the interview with Tan Sri Rafidah. So yeah, thank you once again.
Now you know why I'm rated higher. Jawab mesti jawab. Kalau tak kena lah. Jawab. Nak betul kan? Next. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you so many times, but you say insights. The only thing you can know insight is from here, not from your question. See, you want insight, yeah.